Right, so I promised you that I would show you how I'm going to choose colors for my homage to the granny square. So we've been through I think it's about 4 weeks. I'm not sure when we started, but we've been through a whole lot of color theory, which has been very interesting. So I'll give you a quick little preview of my sketchbook. So we painted swatches and we made our own color wheel, and then learnt about complementary colors and split complementary and analogus, etc. So it's very interesting. I know the theory, but I've never ever painted a color wheel myself, so it was fun. Then we did this, and then we went through a whole lot of exercises just to, as Sue calls it, to exercise our color muscle, right? And I ended up with a color story that looks like this, and I can't show you because I didn't bring my other device, but it's a painting I saw in a coffee shop, and it's with flowers and like a teal-y background, and I really loved it. So if you know Homage to a Granny Square, it has a border of squares, different sizes, and then it's got the centerpiece. So for the border, it's got to be a tonal, so like all the same tone or all the same color. And I wanted a dark blue gray border, so these sorts of tones. And then my middle, I wanted to just have like pinks and the greeny colors, and then you have a wild color, which would be the mustard. So what I started first by doing is looking at the new Durab mohair. Oops, upside down. So this to me will make a lovely, I wanted something with texture with a bit of fluff, so I thought this would be perfect. It's just come in, so it's a new yarn. I didn't know what colors there were. I think they're 19. I ordered 13 of what I thought would work. So if you look at the blues, I was going to do a border of blues with grays, but then it needed to be tonal, and I was worried this was too dark, too light, and this was too light, so I didn't put those in. Then I also looked at the range of tweed, the Durab tweed, because I really like the tweedy effect. So I thought, oh, I can put those in. So now I only need 4 colors, and these 2 blues are similar, so I thought I'd take out, I think I took out this blue and put those in. So that was going to be my 4 for my border. So if you had to take a photo of them, they would all be very similar tones, so and nice, fairly dark. Then I wanted to go from pinks to greens, so you have 5 colors for your center. But because the center sort of slides from one color to the other, I didn't like these jumps in between. And I wanted to put tweeds in. So these are out the picture, and I very seldom use cream in my blankets. I just found it's like white. And I knew my color pop. I wanted this as my color pop. So then yesterday I was playing again, and I thought this one just he needs to come in here. So what I'm going to do is, instead of 4 colors, I'm going to have 5. Whoops. And I'm just going to play. I'll probably play with this one a little bit. Have those 4, and this is an extra. Now looking at this, I knew I wanted the pinks, but there needed to be a transition here. And I was worried about these guys. So then I did something totally unexpected for me. I put this in. Transition. Gap. So I took them away. And don't get frightened. I brought a brown in. And I brought orange in. And I just think that works. Also, if you look at the color wheel, blues and purples are sort of opposite, and the teals and the oranges. So it works in terms of harmony, complementary colors, and you need a contrast between your border and this. And I was worried that with the greens, there wasn't enough of a contrast, a color contrast. So I'm going to use this Tweedy brown, it's called Bombay, and this new orange, which is called Brick. And I'm going to be totally out of my comfort zone. And then it's going to have little pops of this. This is my wild color. And then, you know me, check my nails. Ta-da! Everyone's going, don't do it. And I'm going, I am. Because if you imagine just a little pop, I mean, look at this with a little pop of that. So I have two wild colors, which are wild for a reason. They're not supposed to blend in. They're supposed to stand out. I've got this lovely, almost fade. I wonder if it should go that way. No. That looks better to me. And then I've got my border. And then because I can, I'm going to just put a tiny, I know there's only 4 colors, but every now and then I'm going to put a little bit of this tweed in. So this is going to be my blanket. And you can follow my progress on Instagram or Facebook, because I will be posting. I'm going to start crocheting some grannies tonight. So there we go. Homage to the Granny Square. It's by the Mercerie, Sue. So she's in the UK. She does online classes. They're fabulous. And I recommend for anyone who wants to extend their or grow their color muscle and just make this amazing blanket. I've been looking at it for a very, very long time, and I finally thought I'm doing this class. So yeah, there we go. What do you think? Let me know.